that. It's gonna Alright. Bro, my quality is horrible. Okay. Okay, courage, quick. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna start the game. Alright. Forgot about that. Down. Alright.
Wait, I can just swap places with RJ. If I leave party and you invite him, he can get in the into the match.
Okay.
But I'm already in, so I'll just leave party.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're
I'm
playing
here.
but, so you guys can come to
Okay, I'm joining.
Well, it's now 1-1. It was a really quick start to the game. Pretty much starting from basically 0-0.
Well, what you thinking, Colin? These two teams.
Well, I just found out about these rosters like 5 minutes ago. So,
Same, yeah.
I am going to go with Team Lunar because Josh has been maining threes this season. He's an absolute unit in threes when he shows up. And also, he's got really good teammates in Asko, and I believe, is that Sean? I don't know. Yeah. So
Same,
that is just a really solid team. Plus, to be fair, I don't know the other team very well. I only know Jenks from that team. So I have to go with the people I know, and I know Josh is an absolute unit.
Yeah, I agree with you. We've scrimmed this Lunar team. I have them winning this as well. I agree with you. Also, because like I don't really know the other team as much, but I think Lunar's the stronger team overall. We already see the teamwork happening here.
Yeah, it's like a mistouch from Breezy, and then Asko just punishes it. He didn't even need to pass to Josh. He just goes for the shot.
And we see the demos opening up the space and everything. So this Lunar team's got it locked. We've scrimmed them a couple times, and they're something that kind of stood out to me is like their defense is really solid.
Oh, there goes Josh with a double reset. Oh my goodness,
Sean!
What? He got the wave dash on this.
This is what I'm saying about Josh. He's insane, like in the air and just as a free player.
Even after watching them back a second, I don't even know where he got that second reset from because it wasn't on the ball. Maybe he's got it off the defender. That was some weird gameplay. I am not even sure how he got that double reset, but whatever, it goes in and he gets the goal. I guess Sean gets the goal, but Lunar takes the early lead 3-1. Another attempt. He goes for the bump. No one's there to follow up yet.
Oh, on the goal line, Sean hits it off the backboard. Overtime seemed kind of confused on defense.
Yeah, there seemed a little.
They don't really know who's gonna go for the ball. Josh has full control here.
First big mistake from Lunar was they were all like clumped up and no one really know who was going. So hopefully they can space out.
Well, that's almost a really good shot. I think overtime just have to plan to get Josh off the ball because Josh, like when he dribbles it, he'll get it over 2, even 3 defenders if he has to. So I think that's
he's really good with the ground cuts. He's really tricky on the ball. Doesn't quite land the shot, but maybe Sean can finish it here. Far down.
Ooh, almost.
It's a bump.
The crossbar is saving overtime right now.
Yeah. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to have to rely on the crossbar to be your main defender. The best control here from Sean, but Josh is almost there to follow up.
Oh, double tap from Sean.
What a save, but it... Oh!
No! Ace
Early game blunder. If they weren't up 2 goals, it'd probably be more tragic, but...
Yeah. Still a good play, good showing from Lunar. You could tell Sean he looks comfortable in this setting. Josh is... Oh, that's a good shot by Jenks.
That was a beautiful early flick. Takes the possession.
I think this is a close match so far. It's a 1-goal game, and overtime seemed to kind of be collecting themselves in the first couple minutes.
Yeah, and it could be they did have to rush to get on the game to make the match, so maybe they didn't get a full warm-up time, so maybe we'll see them come alive later in the series. But for now, they're mounting their comeback. They've got their first goal back on the game. It's 2-3 now, and they have a minute and a half, which is plenty of time in Rocket League.
For sure.
The best touch there, but it goes back to Breezy, who misses it. It's probably a goal. Well defend. Backflip, but Josh is going for the sidewall. Will he land it? He gets it off backboard. Shot. Oh, good try. I do really like Lunar's aggressive rotations are really on point. They're always there for the follow-up.
Definitely. Oh, good dust by Jenks. Josh is gonna get back. Oh, Breezy misreads it.
Little backflip action.
Oh, Josh is going for a demo.
Sean is there, but gets dunked. That was very good rotation timing by Colton.
Good clear by Cameron.
Pops it up. Oh, what a pinch.
Good clear by Lunar. Josh is going to take advantage of this. Hits it around 1, round another. And it's just in overtime. He
does his tricky dribbles on the ground. This is what his bread and butter is, just getting it around the defenders. So awkward for them. No one's in net to clear it from the inside, so just ends up being an own goal.
Just kind of they gotta get more organized with their defense and everything. On paper, they seem like a pretty good team from what I know, MMR wise. I'll have to check, but from what I know, I think
Jenks makes a pretty decent touch there, but oh, what a bump! That was a great play from Jenks. He used a bit too much boost here on the aerial, but he followed it up really well by getting this bump on I believe it was Eastcote, yeah.
Great play by Breezy too, handing off the backboard to his teammate.
Yeah, if they do more plays like that on offense, they'll be able to get some goals here. Because the main problem I've seen with Lunar is they're not very organized on defense. They're really good at the offense, but on defense they all seem to clump up and they don't really know how to challenge. But we'll have to see if overtime can take
tries. They have to keep it up here. Lunar just have to kill it. Oh, and it's dead.
Unfortunate double commit. It looks like they both had a similar idea, but they got in each other's way, unfortunately. Definitely a closer match than we would have expected. Lunar had the really early lead, and then overtime almost came back.
Yeah, I definitely think there's some life left, or life in overtime. I think game 1 in a series is always a feeler game, is how I like to see it, is you feel out the other team and then you see what you need to do. So I think overtime they're still in this, but they're definitely going to have to get past Lunar's offense to be able to do anything here.
Yeah, I agree. The first game's always just trying to figure out what your game plan's going to be, and then moving forward, a good team will be able to execute whatever their plan is. So if I were overtime right now, my plan would be to make sure there's always a first man to challenge when Josh is doing his thing, and always make sure that you have someone back, because if you don't have a person back, you're just going to get punished once they get around 1 or 2 defenders. So they need to be careful on the defense, and then if they can take their chances on offense, they should be fine. And if I were Lunar, the only thing I would change is making sure the defense is a bit cleaner. They just need to make sure someone's always challenging. We'll see how it goes second game. Could have been a warm-up game for the 2 teams. Early shot here.
And it's already a counterattack from Josh. Breezy can't get back.
Yeah, Josh just found an opening.
You see
Jenks was just
Jenks. And this is just what Lunar does. They counterattack really well. Like you said, if they have more organized defense, that'll really set them apart. But right now, Sean and Josh, especially on offense, are doing a really good job of keeping that pressure.
Yeah, I noticed that their third man on overtime seems to be like really weirdly placed. They're not. When you're playing third man in threes, you need to be far back, but you also need to be playing the middle of the map, because when you're at the middle of the map, you can cover just about anything. But they seem to be positioning in the corners, which you're only covering like half the field in the corners. So they gotta work on that. Make sure they're just disadvantaging themselves at this point.
Alright, good play by Sean over 1. Got a
Good demo.
Then he gets demoed. Breezy's on it. Good dunk by Cameron. And this is what we've seen.
Misread.
We've seen Cameron, or Ace Goat. We've seen him been doing this all last season as Josh puts another one in. Cameron's so good at facilitating on the field and doing his part and supporting his teammates. And that's really why Josh and Sean are, I guess, enabled, you could say.
Yeah.
By Cameron's good work as the third man.
It always helps to have a teammate that knows how to time their boost grabs, time the demos, opens up a lot of space. But here's a quick counterattack from Jenks.
Hey, bro. I know you're gonna need.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Jenks. Off the kickoff too.
Oh yeah.
Breezy fakes out the defender.
This is what it looks like right now.
They take advantage of the awkward defense like we noticed. Lunar, they really just gotta get it together with the defense. They're so good on offense, but my biggest critique is obviously their defense. If they work on that and they fix it up, they'll be a top 2, top 3 team.
What happened?
If I put
Encoder overload?
No,
Yeah, definitely.
The quality looks dog water.
I will say,
So, I'm gonna leave it at 4,000.
remember we scrimmed them
I don't know what that
alternate. Remember we scrimmed Lunar. It was, in that scrim at least, it was their defense, because you think about their lineup. You got Josh and Ace on the same team. Josh is
Honestly, it's not
incredible
bad.
defense, as we see here. He's very good at goal line defense as well. Cameron's a great third man. Sean is good all around as a teammate. And so that's usually what you'd think their strong point is, but they've been really good at counterattacks and like getting good offense plays this game so far.
Yeah, I think what their problem is on defense is not like their individual skill, it's just their communications is a little bit awkward, because it seems like right here they don't really know who's going for the ball. Like Josh right here should know that he's kind of getting a bad touch and there's no follow-up, so Sean should already be out of the net, but he waits a little bit too long and it just gives him enough time to put a good shot on.
From what I can see, it's Breezy and Jenks that are catching my eyes, this duo. They've been participating most of the goal scoring. They have the only 2 goals on this team. We see them kind of locking in as a duo. Little misread in the midfield.
Alright, and a good
And a
dunk.
demo on Josh.
This is
what you gotta do
exactly
against this Lunar team is you have to demo their valuable defense player. Misread from Cameron, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about, what overtime needed to do. They really needed to punish their mistakes on defense, because that is honestly the only way they're gonna beat this Lunar team is not by playing defense. They need to get on the offense and hold them there. Because
Definitely.
if they let Lunar set up on the attacks, they're just so good with the chemistry. We've seen the passes come out. We've seen Josh slice and dice. He's just insane with the ball. So They need to try and keep all the pressure on them. A missed touch,
Ooh.
but
We can
quickly
call it a
recovered.
bad pass back to Josh.
Yeah,
Good touch
yeah.
forward by Cameron. Sean's on it. And something to think about. Oh, this might be bad. Good save by Cameron. Is that Overtime have scored 3 goals in a row here, and so they have all the momentum right now. So if you're Lunar, you want to do everything you can to try to get the ball in their net, because if Overtime get any more momentum going into the next game, it's not going to look good for Lunar. That's kind of how these series can work with your mental,
Yeah.
as I'm sure you know.
Once a team gets going on like a good streak, like right here, we've seen for the last couple of minutes, Overtime has just been on the side of Lunar. They've had all the pressure, they've had all the chances. Lunar haven't really had an opportunity to go for a shot, which is really good sign for them for Overtime. They've really picked up on the offense, and their defense is doing a lot better. They haven't let any balls go past them for free. There we go.
We see Josh on the ball here, 50 under. And we see Overtime doubling Lunar's shots on the scoreboard. So we see who has the pressure here. Josh is trying to cook something up. Cameron's going to hit it upfield. A shot.
What a
and it's
shot.
just in. What a shot from Ace.
Beautiful capitalism. This is the problem that Overtime have. See, Colton Mania there is the third man, and he should be playing the net, but instead he turns around, not seeing Ace already in the air, and it's just too late. If you give that man an open net, he's gonna shoot it. Anybody on the Lunar will shoot an open net. So they gotta make sure, they gotta keep the pressure on them like they did earlier, and they'll be good.
I could be biased because he was my teammate last season, but Cameron is such a nice third man to have on the field, which no doubt Josh and Sean feel as a duo. But I feel like obviously it's 2 teams versus each other, but I think about the 2 main duos in Sean and Josh and Breezy and Jenks, because those have been the 4 players that have really been on offense. Oh, it's almost a pinch in the net.
Yeah. If the team is just, they really have their strengths and they really have their weaknesses. Like they're really strong at certain parts and they have a lot of places that they could improve, which is a good sign. You know, early season, every team's gonna have flaws, but like if they really look at their gameplay and they fix these things up, I could see both of these teams being really good rosters. They have the potential. They're doing amazing stuff in this game. It's gotten to Overtime. Let's see if Overtime Incorporated can make their name actually worth it and win this Overtime.
We see Josh just kind of watching the play here. He's going to go up.
He waited a little bit too long.
Yeah, unfortunately has to use all of his boost, takes a 50. And we see Sean here. He's already on it. He's going to take it up the wall.
Oh, good air dribble.
Oh, almost a really good shot. Oh,
Oh my.
wow. Almost.
Shootable.
Almost. Sean off the post. Cameron tries again. Jenks is going to clear it out. They really need to get out of defense here.
Flip reset from Jenks. Not quite. He went a little too high. And another miss from Colton. He needs to play more passive. It doesn't seem like he's very strong in the air, so he needs to play his strengths. He needs to play on the ground, play further back, because if he's just kind of tossing himself at the ball and giving a lot of time to Lunar, which is the opposite of what you want to do.
We'll see Sean on it once again off the wall.
Double commit, not the best.
This is what you don't like to see. You don't want Josh on the ball. He's going for a double tap. He can't get it.
Oh my goodness.
Almost a crazy read from Ace.
They're going for the haymaker. They are actually trying to clip on them.
Real. Josh is going to try to hit it off back to a teammate. Jenks misses, unfortunately. 2 minutes of OT. This is where the nerves kind of start to set in, and you start feeling it.
Yeah, I'm sure both teams won out now. They want to just end the game right here.
Definitely. Any long OTs can be very, very nerve-wracking at first, but this is kind of where we get to see teams fully lock in.
sad thing too is usually these end with like a little open net. That's how it usually goes. One team makes a mistake and it's just a simple goal. And Josh delivers. As I was saying, a simple goal. He just actually cooks the other team. Goes for the flipper set, fakes it under Jenks, goes over the second and dunks the third.
This is you can't let this happen if you're overtime here. As Lunar go 2-0 up in the series.
Yeah, they just
can't let Josh on the ball in this lobby.
They did have like the right idea, but they did such poor spacing. The first man did a great job of forcing Josh low, but that's when the second man needs to really show up and be there for the challenge. Because once the first man gets dusted, it's the second man's turn to actually hit the ball, and when the second man misses, it's basically over. Cannot let the third man have to deal with that kind of pressure. We'll see. I mean, it has been looking very good the second game for overtime. They managed to get it all the way into overtime. They were doing a really good job at the beginning. If they can replicate that same pressure they had at the beginning all the way through the next game, they should do a terrific job. But we'll see. Lunar has been doing fantastic on the offense. Nothing to criticize there. Team Lunar might just have the strongest offense of the season so far.
So Colin, so far from what you've seen, what are your thoughts on maybe if you were to rank this Lunar team and rank this overtime team? How do you see them doing this season? I know it's hard to base it off just 2 games, and we see Josh just putting another one in. But I was gonna ask, what are your thoughts on these teams?
I mean, I personally believe that Lunar. I don't know any of the other teams really that well in this league that much, but I know Josh, and he's insane at threes. He's continually been grinding. He's getting better. He's getting better fast. I know Sean is really underrated. Like for his MMR, he's way ahead of the game, and I don't think I've ever played much with Asko, but he is such a facilitator, like you said. He does a really good job of getting around the field and doing the dirty work and making it easier for his teammates. So I think that this Lunar team, if they work on a few things on defense, they're probably going all the way to the playoffs, and they could probably make a deep run, maybe to the finals. I would not be surprised. But then again, I haven't seen some of the other teams. I know that there may be some plans from some other teams to make some roster changes that would lead to some really stacked rosters. And then as for overtime, they also did really good. If they can, like I said while you were on mute, if they can replicate their first like half of the second game, all the games, that'll be really good.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think they've kind of slowed down a little bit. That OT was pretty promising, but once again, you just can't let Josh on the ball. This team, we see the passing plays, Sean going for the finish, but it's not even just Josh. Like you said, Sean, he's a very underrated player. We see Cameron stepping up, getting good clears, good powerful touches, and a counterattack. Jenks just slots it bottom right, and Josh has no boost to get back.
Yeah, Jenks is such a good player too on the blue team overtime. He does so much work to get the goals. Most of the goals have actually been from him, or at least caused by him. He has a really high goal participation percentage. The other 2 players, I think Breezy also does a good job, like you said. I think the only thing though is Colton Mania. I've been noticing his ping is really high and inconsistent. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too.
If that's unusual for him or if that's like normal, but that's something that you don't want to see ever, is having bad ping. I've seen him go to 500, which is unplayable.
Oh
so
no.
hopefully hopefully it's something that he can fix by like the middle of the season when it really starts to matter. But yeah, overall the overtime does such a good job. They just need to polish a few things. But Jenks is a really good player. If Colton Mania and Breezy can facilitate and get the ball to him, I think they'll have a good chance in the season.
Yeah, we see Breezy going up for it here. Great save by Josh. This is what I'm saying about Josh. He's so locked in on defense. Very hard to score on. We see Sean Cameron. Oh my goodness, almost a pinch top corner.
Yeah,
Jank
here goes.
is gonna be all over this one.
Cuts it down, open net. Not quite, actually. Golden Mania does a good job of receiving it, but he...
what a fake.
Oh, man.
And if you see going back, you see Josh spikes it onto Sean's car, Sean back to Josh, and Josh has no boost, but still, Colton Mania can't do anything about it.
The problem there, and I've noticed this several times from watching Colton Mania, he seems to be the third man for their team, but he doesn't ever seem to be in the right spot for third man. He's always too far up, and he's always having to rotate back. And as like any player just in general, it is so hard to save the ball from behind unless you're just faster than the opponent. So he needs to just do a better job of, if he knows that's his role, then he just needs to play a bit further back. Try to make his job easier, because especially playing on high ping, you need to give yourself as much time as you can to react to the play. You don't want to be on top of the ball when you're having 100 ping.
Yeah, I definitely know what it's like to have internet issues. And it's not fun. It can definitely be very frustrating. And it can affect the mental of your whole team.
Good shot here from Colton.
Most of the time. But it honestly just looks like Lunar just in complete control of this game. You look at like the shot difference. Lunar had more saves. Oh,
Ooh.
demo. Oh, what a shot.
What a good demo. It looked like the defender actually had the right idea. There were Asko was about to jump over the bump, but he waited too long to jump. He needed to get the jump a little bit sooner. But Jenks once again putting in another goal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's definitely been the main one scoring all these. Personally, I haven't played with him or seen him play, or besides this, but he definitely looks like the star player of this team.
Yeah, he is really consistent with the hours. I've noticed from in the past, he usually gets like 50 plus past 2, so he's a consistent grinder. And if his team puts in a similar work ethic as Jenks, they also do really good things. But that is the hard part, is everyone trying to put in the similar amount of effort. Getting the team to practice is always hard. Trying to get everyone's schedules to line up, because some people have completely different schedules.
Right, and we see Lunar this time have doubled overtime shots. So we see who has the pressure. Josh is scoring this double tap.
Oh my goodness, it's a pass though.
It's a pass to Sean. I'm not sure if he was trying to pass it or shoot it, but either way, it was a great play by Josh.
If I had to guess, knowing Josh,
level,
he was aiming for the shot but prepared for the pass. That's how I am. Always go for the shot, but at the worst case scenario, if you miss it, but it's close, it's usually a pass. Oh, missed kickoff.
No.
This is a tragic way for them to give up their 6th goal.
And we see Jenks goes AFK after.
Not sure if that.
Kick himself about. Oh, he says lag in chat.
Yeah, it just seems like to be a chronic problem for the overtime team. They have lag consistently on Colton. I know Jenks gets lag spikes sometimes. It's just not.
We're just doing.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, what a try! What a shot!
They're going sicko mode now. They don't even care about the feelings of the opponents. They're trying to hit a clip.
They got a demo.
Oh,
these are promising plays from overtime, but they just need to be able to execute these almost every time.
that's what I love to see from Colton Mania.
Definitely, yeah. He's opening up the space, getting the demos. We see overtime. They just kind of throw it off the backboard, and it makes Lunar so awkward. And that's how they scored quite a few goals.
Yeah, if you do like a player-to-player matchup, Jenks is like Josh, Breezy is like Sean, and Colton Mania needs to be like the Asko. That play right there, he did something that Asko would probably be proud of if he hit. So if Colton Mania can do more of that, where he goes for simple ground plays, get it around 1, and go for a bump, that is going to be so helpful for the overtime team, because they just need to get more opportunities on them, and they just haven't really been finding them. Here goes Colton Mania again. Oh, goes for the fake.
Yeah, it just looks like a big team differential. We see Breezy putting in another one. A 2-goal game. They've made it closer than what it seemed like.
And like you said earlier, they have the momentum now. It's 2 goals back-to-back, so they should be able to carry this momentum forward into the next game. And hopefully they need to, because it'll be match point
going down 0-3 in a series is not the way to do it. They score at 0 seconds, but it doesn't even matter. But having to reverse sweep this confident Lunar team, Josh is confident, Sean is confident, Cameron's definitely confident. It's scary, and it's a very slim chance that they're gonna win this, in my opinion.
And it's so unfortunate seeing that the score is 3-0 when that really doesn't tell the full story. I mean, game 1 was a bit of a bad matchup for overtime, but like we said, it probably was a warm-up game for them. And now they are down. The second game, they had such a good look in there. They were all the way in overtime. They got it all the way to the final, like 3 minutes overtime, and then they lost. And then now, this game, they were losing quite hard, but they almost made the comeback. That would have gotten them into overtime, which would have been crazy. But we'll have to see. I believe that they need to get at least 1 game. If they get this match here, then they might be able to get some momentum back on Lunar. And hopefully get the win. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in this server long enough to know, but I would definitely not think a reverse sweep has happened in this league, and if it has, hasn't been many times. And doing it on a team that looks this confident is not going to be easy. We're going to have to see Jenks step up even more, Breezy step up, and even Cultamania, even though internet issues are a big problem, he's going to have to step up. But it looks promising. Oh, but Sean and Josh, instant counterattack. Josh in the flip reset for Cameron off the backboard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they couldn't connect on it.
Here goes Sean. They have a little bit of a misplay, but it might work out. Breezy does a good job getting it over. It's awkward for Lunar now. Good back pass. And it works! Wow.
Play.
This was really good from Colton. This is what we need to see. He just needs to stay grounded, play to the ping. It's unlucky that you're having bad lag, but if you just accept that and you play in a way that doesn't cause the lag to hurt you, you'll be fine. 536 ping though.
If you're overtime here, despite the ping issues, you gotta just kind of full send. Josh gets a mistouch. It's open. Breezy unfortunately hits it wide, but you have to just full send everything because you really have nothing to lose when you're down 0-3 against this strong Lunar team.
Oh, what a beat! He's going all the way. Yeah, I agree. When you're down that bad, or when you're in a match and you're just down multiple goals. Oh my goodness, will they convert? Yes, they do!
Shot! What a play!
Oh my goodness, overtime is a different animal now. What is this? This is some... Colton Mania is a goat. Never mind. I take everything back I said. Do whatever you want.
See his ping is down a little bit instead of like that 500. But that's a great play. 2-0. This is the most confident we've seen this overtime team this series.
Yeah, that was a terrific finish. That's something that even I, as like a GC3, would be like kind of sketchy of going up for that. Going up for those kind of backboard finishes are never easy to read.
For sure, yeah. I agree.
Oh, what a touchdown from Jenks, but not quite clearly communicated.
Oh, wow. What a try by Breezy to pass that middle. Great vision.
Does a good job.
Off the ball. Great first man. And this is what we like to see. We see the first man forcing.
Ooh.
Second man insta-challenging it. And they're being aware of these counterattacks that this Lunar team likes to do. They like to counterattack everything. Or not everything, but they like to counterattack as much as they can, and they're really good at it. And so that's what overtime have to watch out for, and it looks like they are this game.
Yeah, I'm really loving how aggressive they are. I've noticed multiple times their second man has the awareness to turn around at midfield when they have the opportunity. They're doing a really good job. Sometimes the lower ranked teams will tend to rotate all the way back just because they want to, but that is not what overtime is doing. They're doing a really good job keeping up the pressure even when there's no boost. That's the important thing because Breezy.
Yeah, they look so much more organized as first, second, and third man. They need someone up for this.
Good read here, though. They're still up a goal. They did so good in the early game. They have a nice lead to hold on to.
Yeah, and if you're Lunar here, oh wow, what a
my.
save from Josh! Almost a pinch.
I mean, it puts it mid, but it's
pass
awkward.
it. Josh is on it though. This is what we like to see. We see Jenks just insta going his first man. We see Breezy's there, following it up.
Oh,
What a
beautiful!
shot from
Coleman is literally MVP. Changing my mind. This guy
He
is
definitely
going.
stepped up from the last games. And what do you do here if you lose this game? If you're in their shoes, Colin, if you lose this
I don't
game
know, I
to
feel like-
overtime.
Maybe I'm just misreading it because I'm a little biased to think that Lunar is just that much better, but it seems almost like they're maybe trolling a little bit too hard. They need to really just focus on making concrete touches because they've been going for stuff they should not be going for. Especially Sean and Josh have been trying to do too much mechy stuff. They just need to get the ball out of their side of the field. But yeah, if they lose this game, it's not the end of the world because they're still up on match point, but it's not a game you want to lose.
Oh wow! And Jenks is just
was
taking over.
too. That's crazy.
What's up?
I never knew there was a Castles booth too.
I didn't either until before this match.
Yeah.
Are you in here too, AJ?
Yeah.
So what do you think about Josh and Sean? Do you think they're trolling a little bit, or you think this overtime team is
Oh, that's a terrific touch from
Oh,
Josh.
oh, snap.
Josh should have turned on that, to be
You
honest.
said
He had the
Josh and
chance.
Sean.
Yeah.
I don't see Sean on the on the field.
I don't know. He's the idea.
Oh, okay.
he's the I don't know guy? I think so.
I think they would be like a crazy duo if, you know, obviously Sean is getting better. I'm telling me he's playing a lot of ones and stuff, but if he just like picked up his game and rotated a little bit more, that was a nice double. Rotated a little bit more, you know, like past or whatever. I think that would be good.
We noticed earlier, Sean was trying to control the ball. He's a little awkward. If he could really lock down on his mechs and try to go for things that he's confident in, he'll be really good. I've seen him do crazy things, but maybe he needs to try to focus on. In threes, it's not the best time to be practicing your mechs.
Alright. He just needs to like flick the ball and get it open for his teammates. That would be a really good team player.
Oh, Josh goes for the pre-flip.
And this could be overtime, or overtime taking advantage of Lunar, kind of
Yeah, that was just a good shot. That was a banger.
maybe.
Yeah,
trolling,
Breezy,
per se.
bro, Breezy and Colton Mania are actually popping off this game. I mean, Jenks has been doing so good the other games, and he's still doing good this game. But like right now, if I had to pick MVPs or like the two people doing good this game, it's definitely Breezy and Colton.
I have no idea who Breezy is. Is he new?
Oh, he might be. I don't know who he's either.
Okay.
Jenks is the star player for me this series.
Yeah, overall, like if you look at all the games, Jenks is definitely the best. But just of this game, the two players that made the biggest difference was Breezy and Colton Mania. They were putting in shot after shot.
So let me ask this: they're attempting to reverse sweep. What do you guys do if you lose this next game? If you're Lunar and you are actually trying to win in overtime, take full advantage of it and win, you go
Tilt.
3-2. What do you do?
Tilt. No, just kidding.
Just
Try to like lock in the mental because like you see, one game is like a fluke, two games is like kind of problematic, and if you lose the third game in a row, it's a big problem because getting reverse swept, there's nothing as like mentally devastating in Rocket League than getting reverse swept and a best of 7. So hopefully, I mean, if they lose this next game here, then they really just need to go back to their basics, which is hardcore offense. Lunar is so good on pressure. But
AJ, you didn't know you were.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice, bro. I wasn't paying attention.
Bro was telling them to ready up. But we also, I just think about it because earlier, whenever we played Team Wake earlier today, they took advantage of a timeout. That's kind of like what I thought about, is if you're Lunar and you lose this game, lose 2 in a row, Do they take the timeout, or do they think they have it?
Bro, I don't know. They would be an insane team if what's his name? Sean just started like going crazy. You know, he like started getting better. I'm not saying he's bad or
I
anything.
did.
No hate. But from what it's mostly Josh is like the main player. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Josh is such a unit in threes. He plays
And
so
then
much threes.
what I've heard is that Ace Goat is also really good at threes and making shots and stuff. So that's really nice.
Yeah, honestly, I think the two, like, such a good point, is people never really think about threes and, like, differently than twos, and it's such a different game mode. Like, Josh mains threes, so he's obviously got the skill for the mode, and then you have Ace Goat, who's just got such a good playstyle for threes, and then the only player that I don't really know how good they are at threes is Sean, because he's a twos main. So if he puts a little more work into the rotations and learns how to use his mechs more productively, they'll be really good too. And I think Lunar could be such a good team especially with Josh on there. He's probably one of the most like consistent threes players. Like he plays threes almost every single time he plays ranked.
Right. He's really good at threes.
He got all the way up to like 17 something.
No, 1800. 18
Yeah,
17, I think.
We beat past 18. Oh wait, there's a rule 1 happening. Jank.
Yeah, you didn't notice?
It's been going on for like a minute.
It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2.
I can't even lie. I was like zoned out.
Wait, I just realized that's their Overtime's best player locked in with Ace Goat. So Sean and Josh should have a pretty easy time here, but you never know. Overtime's been peaking.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're really
Oh my
like
goodness.
taking their time when they have the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're like mostly booming it away.
Yeah,
So
they're
you
playing.
control it more since it's a 2v2. That means you have more space on the field and more things to do.
I'd say
Yeah.
for Josh and Sean, you're really confident against this duo.
Right.
They're maybe a little bit too confident.
Yeah, of Breezy and Coltomania.
I mean, having confidence is good, but
That's
when
a
you're too
troll right
confident,
there.
that's
That's
honestly
just,
just
It's a
ego
1v1.
at that point.
He's going
oh,
for
that's
a
a
bump.
troll.
Oh, Breezy
One
sold
for
right
bump.
there. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Bro,
probably in
both
their
teams
net.
just sold right in front of their net. Sean had the open net shot and goes for a backboard flip reset double instead of just shooting the open net. And then Breezy had the chance to just dribble it into the demo. And yeah, that is not what you'd like to see from either team. Really need to focus up. I don't know. Hopefully Sean here can get this boost and make a play to the mid. Pops it out.
Oh,
Good
it's not
demo.
good.
Oh,
Good double
wow.
demo. It's just Ace
That's
Goat on
good
the
clear
hill.
from Ace Goat though.
Yeah, such
You can
a.
get a backboard here. Oh no, good stuff by Josh. Good clear.
Well, they're trying to pass it off
Oh,
the
the double
backboard.
coming in.
Josh has no boost. That's not good. That's not what you like to see.
He needs to just turn on his car cam and look where he's going.
Who?
Josh, he just ran right into the opponent.
Yeah. Oh, he's 100 now. Passes it to Ace.
It seems like he always has his
Up the
ball
glass.
cam on.
Oh, and
That's
it's
open.
off. It's just in.
That's what we like to see from Sean. Shooting the open net when he has the
what's
chance.
the series score?
3-1.
3 to 1.
Who's winning?
Lunar.
Okay. They were winning 3-0 at one point.
Yeah, they were up 3-0 was match point, and
Yeah.
then overtime got the last game.
Yeah, I figured. Oh,
Oh,
almost a good shot. Good use of that flip reset. Honestly, they just need a stall timeout here. 1:30.
Oh, good try from Josh.
They have this in the back if they stall.
They're trying to get a counter attack going.
Yeah,
Don't-
Sean needs to turn.
It's not even.
Good.
That's just not the right play from Colton. The ball wasn't even on
Why is he
target.
keep
when he went-
jumping, bro?
Demo.
Lunar look like they're locked here. They look like they were before. Josh dunking.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
That's
He's
unfortunate miss from Breezy, I'm not gonna lie.
that might just be the
I
nail
think,
in the
I
coffin.
think he was trying to read what's his name? Josh.
That's the third time this series we've seen Josh just dunk one of the opponents and just score straight off. Like earlier, he hit an absolute insane 1v3. Second time was last game where he dunked the defender off a double commit and then shot it off the backboard. And now again, Josh is just an absolute dunk master right now.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot be stopped.
Dang, that was personal.
Oh, good try from Breezy to keep it close to the backboard.
Oh,
was-
the camera's just too fast. Breezy gets a good save though. Cultomania tries to clear it.
What a demo.
Oh, good demo.
Let's
coming
go.
in.
The good save. Another good clear. A little bit of ball chasing.
Lunar's just like in complete control this game though.
Oh, it's in again.
Wait,
He's saving it. He wants to waste our time.
But that's gonna wrap up this series 4-1.
Yeah, what a really actually closer series than we would have expected. The first game looked like it was gonna be all in favor of Lunar, but Overtime did a good job adjusting to the playstyle, and they nearly got second game back, but Team Lunar just proves to be too strong on offense, so that's our wrap on that one. JJ's.
Well, GG's. Are we doing like an interview sort of thing?
Oh my days. And Luna takes it home
Get
with this
Josh in
one.
here, bro. Where's Josh at?
Your new Rocket League World Champion, Team Lunar. Yeah, no, they won. Let's get them in here.
You want a
Josh is
1v1,
always-
RJ?
Do what?
You want a 1v1? Yeah, just ready up.
I'm not in the match anymore.
Oh,
I'm not,
just
I'm not even in a party.
what?
I got like disconnected from the party.
I don't
I
understand.
also checked there's too many people in the party, so I had to leave the party so I could invite you so you could join.
I got
Okay.
kicked like a few times
Controller died.
from the party. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Wait, everybody
Even though I
except for
didn't
Josh.
watch like half of the game or most of the game, y'all did good that final match. I'm not gonna lie,
That
It
felt
just
like
felt
the
like a
worst match.
scrim. Yeah.
bro. All y'all need to do was stall time. You guys did perfect on that, honestly.
Cool. Yeah.
How you guys feeling after that? After that first week showing, what's the vibes like right now?
I don't know. It didn't really feel like a real game. I wish they had their other starter.
Oh, did they not have? They had their sub.
I thought that was their full team.
Wait, what was it?
Soon.
Yeah, because Carlos
Oh.
ended up coming. I thought.
Oh, okay, never mind then. It still didn't feel like a real game.
We noticed that you guys were at one point seemed like you guys were kind of going for clips rather than just finishing out the series. Was there like strategy behind that, or were you guys just bored?
I think it was more of a boredom thing. We all just kind of lost ourselves in like the fourth game when we could have swept, but then losing it made us get back into it.
Yeah. The only thing we noticed was like your guys' offense was really good, but like especially in that first couple of games, your defense was really disorganized. What did you guys do to change that up throughout the series? How did you guys like overcome your defense problems?
I think we just started calming our rotations better and just like having more awareness of where everyone was. Because the main reason our defense was sloppy in the first few games, in my opinion, is because we had to dodge a lot of bumps and we were like getting demoed and boost stolen a lot. So calling out where other like opponents were in terms of if they're gonna bump you or grabbing boost or whatever, that just helped like all of our awareness just be heightened a little bit further. And then that just helped our defense get a little bit better.
Their
Nice.
playstyle was very bump and boost heavy. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could see you guys like kind of getting starved at some points, but you guys definitely looked like you were in complete control of mostly the whole series, except that one game they caught you guys out a little bit. But other than that, you guys definitely owned them in that series. So how do you guys feel about going against Team Nobu in week 2? How you guys feeling?
Even though they lost 4-1, like if you watch the VOD, like they actually looked really good in the first game. So if they can just get that, like I don't even know what it was, but like jitters, I guess, or just like better chemistry or more endurance or whatever it is to figure it out, like I think they could be a super scary team. So we're definitely not gonna treat it lightly. I mean, I think we shouldn't treat any match lightly, but obviously they have a potential, so we're gonna have to play the same how we did today, or even better.
You guys ever practice in like ranked twos? Or you guys just do scrims to warm up and practice?
So like we haven't practiced this whole week. Just like the first 2 days after becoming a team, we like scrimmed a couple teams. But other than that, we just haven't played that much. Which is honestly like, I feel like that's just an anomaly for this week because we were all just super busy. So I'm hoping that we could bring up the practice in the coming weeks.
Yeah. That is always an
Pretty well.
important thing. Do you guys have any more questions?
No, that about
Nah.
wraps up. But GG's.
Can you pay for my DoorDash taxes? My fee?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. It's $4. You got my cash app, right?
I did not have your cash app. Drop me your number and then you know.
Alright, hold on.
Well, with that all said, I believe that is the series. 4-1 goes to Lunar over Overtime Incorporated. Absolute banger series. The score does not tell the full story. It was a really good battle between the two teams, and I look forward to seeing more of you guys in the future.
You'll know the who it is because the PFP. It's Aiden, Sean.
Oh
You'll know.
God.
It's